Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. A timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this is the first NFL carry for the Wisconsin Badger, Jonathan Taylor. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play fake. Winston. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
At the 49-yard line.
Down throw for Winston. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
56.
They'll throw again. Winston. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
36-yard line.
Again, it's Winston. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
56. Mike, 56.
To the air again with Winston. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Taylor.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Jameis again. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. 30 yards. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Greg Stroman on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go. Right there. Wait. 54 Mike. Here we go. Let's go now.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Jaguars 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
And on the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the Score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You might be getting tired of seeing.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On play action, Allen. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Jeff Okudah. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Following the interception, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
For a Jaguars.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for... And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Deebo Samuel. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10. At their own 9.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down.
Okuda.
Throwing again. Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Jefferson.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On the return comes Cobb. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Their own 38-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Winston.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Back at the 28.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Just like that. Just like that.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The ball carrier.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything.
It got his man complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jonathan Taylor now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch one. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
56. Mike's 56. In your face. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. All day. Mike 56. Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Brand Brandon Ayuk. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They go play action. Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Brought down by
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
56, right there, 56. I got you. 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Now Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. And a Colts first down.
Get him. Mike 56. Mike 56. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 56 to Mike. 56 is 5 wide. You can't block me.
Throwing now is Allen. Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Bandit. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Blue Dan. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Number 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Jameis now on 1st down. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Mike 54.
Wrangler. 6 man. Check curls. Mike 5-4.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's complete, Okuebunam. And he'll be out right at the 35. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. It's been a long day for you.
From the 38, Allen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
56 is the number. Man, I got you. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That's the reason we go for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw again, Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
34.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
56 is the mic. Don't get nervous.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Colts 19.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The pickup there, 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
Don't worry about it,
And he will bring it back and enters reception, return for a Colts TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Myers connects on the PAT as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jameis Winston.
Za'Darius Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The 15-yard line.
Throwing on second and long. Winston finding room at the 30. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play fake. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll throw again. Winston. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
3-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Za'Darius Smith able to get him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
That's another.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Taylor. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 44, Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Following the interception, Winston able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jags, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Bye.